Let's talk options, and more specifically, the types of options you should be trading. Options are a fantastic asset in the market that you can use to grow your account. But if you're not careful, if you're not focused on the right options, you're going to find yourself in a whole lot of pain. So I want to just walk you through what this one attribute is that's very easy to understand, but more importantly, very easy to find when you use the right tools. So later on in the video, I will show you the tool that I use and that I would recommend you use to find these types of options. And the best part is the tool is totally free. So what is this attribute that matters most? Well, it's all about liquidity. So what is liquidity? Let's look at a couple different situations. So over here, this is you, and you have purchased an option. So right there is your option. We'll just put an O on it for option. And when it comes time to make money, well, you want to sell the option. You're doing the typical trading options. You're buying contracts, looking to sell them. So nothing fancy there. So you want to sell that option, meaning you have to go out into the market and find sellers. So let's say you go out in the market to find sellers and you have a situation where it's basically like this. So these are the sellers over here, and yeah, you have that situation with the amount of sellers. But let's compare this to another scenario, and let's just say, yeah, you're still wanting to sell, but in this scenario here, you have a set of circumstances like this. And this will take a little bit of time, but you have a whole lot of choices of who you can sell that option to, because there are all sorts of potential buyers out there that are interested in that option. So the question becomes, of these two scenarios, which one of these do you think is going to be easier to find a buyer? Now, this is not a trick question or anything like that. I'm assuming you can say, well, Clay, I have common sense, and common sense is if I only have two buyers to choose from versus that other scenario where I had a whole lot more than two, odds are I'm probably going to be able to find a buyer that's going to give me a better price when I have, well, way more buyers to choose from. And that is liquidity. The first situation was a very illiquid set of circumstances. You don't have a lot of choices. There's not a lot of buyers out there, and you just don't have flexibility. The other situation was a liquid situation. You had a whole lot of opportunity to find a buyer, and the more buyers you have, the better odds are that you're gonna get a price that you want. The last thing you wanna find yourself in not only options, but really anything that you're trading, is you go and buy, and then you're kind of just looking around like, hey, where are the buyers at for me? So the options that you better be trading are those that are liquid. That's just a cool, fancy way of saying those that have a lot of buyers out there. Again, it's always easy to buy because there's always gonna be somebody willing to sell something to you. But when it comes to your turn to sell, you better make sure that you have those buyers, and those are the options that you need to be trading, those that are very liquid. So how do we find these liquid options? Is it very complicated? You have to go by one at a time, and maybe back in the older days, but now with technology and the tools that are around, we can do this very simplistically. In fact, once I show you the tool, you're probably gonna be like, wait, that's it? But that's also sort of the point. It really goes to show how easy this tool is, yet very, very effective. So let me walk you through how this tool works and where you can find it. First, in terms of where you can find it, it is part of the Webull platform, and they are always running promotions that are giving away free stock and money and stuff like that. So in my mind, pretty cool when you can sign up to get a great tool, but they're also paying you to use and get that tool. So I'll put a link down below, and if you use that link, you can take advantage of whatever promotion they're running. So here we are looking at the Webull platform, and very powerful, a whole lot of stuff. And when you consider that it's free, it's kind of crazy. But like I said, I want to keep it very simplistic for this video to show you where you find the tool that will show you where these liquid options are at. So once you're on this area over here, which is where you can set up your platform and the layout and everything like that, you can add a bunch of things, but what you want to focus on is that area right up there, the add widgets. So you'll click on that, and then you'll come over here to general, and then, sorry, I lied. You'll click on markets right here, and then right down here, you're gonna have top options, and that's what we care about. So let's click on that, and get rid of that. And I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. But you can see right here. Now, do you need every one of these columns? You do not. Honestly, I don't even know what all of them necessarily represent. So for all I know, maybe pulse index is super powerful, but I'll be honest, I don't know what that actually is. But what I do know is, and what matters is right here, total volume. And that's what we're at right now. All of these right here are the ticker symbols of options that are getting a whole lot of volume. Or in other words, there's a whole lot of liquidity. There is a lot of buyers out there. So you can avoid buying and then you yourself struggling to find buyers. And when you go down there, and I'm sure you recognize a lot of these, so hopefully this doesn't shock you, but this will keep things fresh. As of the recording of this video, this right here, normally not on the list. Same with that one. But as of right now, like I said, there's a bunch of stuff with China in the news. So that would make sense why this China ETF is all of a sudden getting a lot of volume, and the options market for that one is picking up. So it's always cycling in new tickers, but at the end of the day, whatever ticker you're trading, the core point here is that all of these have a lot of volume and you're going to be able to put yourself in a much better spot. And when you put yourself in a better spot with this tool, you're going to just be that much more powerful as a trader and you're going to feel really smart.
You guys, I'm like really smart now. You don't even know.
And trying to be funny, but seriously, you are going to be smart because, well, putting yourself in liquid options is a smart move to do, but it doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to take a whole lot of time. It just requires the right tools. So what sort of options should you be trading? Well, these type being with liquidity, with a lot of buyers out there. You can find it using Webull, using in that one scanner, picking out the column of volume, and there you go. You're going to be keeping yourself, and of course, no guaranteed profit areas. That doesn't exist, but you're going to be putting yourself in a general area where you know that you're not going to be the only person out there. There's going to be several other people, lots of other people out there that will ideally buy from you and allow you to turn a profit. So hopefully this helps. If there's any questions or anything like that, let me know down below. Again, if you do want to use Webull, I'll put a link down below. And if you click on that link, like I said, it'll allow you to take advantage of whatever promotion they are running. So definitely consider them and definitely trade options with high liquidity. So as always, I appreciate you watching. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notification bell. And again, let me know if you have any questions. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.